college football. It's the Temple Owls and the UMass Minutemen. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline where she is keeping a close eye on some injury news that's unfolding.
Guys, checking in with the Minutemen head coach. They have a lot of confidence in their backup this week. He was able to come in for their injured starter last week and have a very productive game. They like how he read the defense, how he got guys in and out of plays. They are expecting... to really count on him here today in this big game. I'll keep you posted on how comfortable he looks starting out the first quarter. Back to you guys.
We'll see what kind of impact that has, Holly. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll try it over the left side. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Right back to the well. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Temple lining up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field it close to the 50. And they'll stop him right there on the return. The Minutemen offense heads onto the field for the first time today. And here comes the guy that'll be running the show. His productivity through the first half of the season has him squarely in the Heisman Trophy race. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to pass on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Motion from the back. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. UMass will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Making his first move. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Now hits it, it's Morrow. Runs through the tackle.
Great timing on the draw play, too, by the coaching staff. It's a down and distance where the defense thinks it might be pass, so you hit him with the draw and get a big gain.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll give it to him again. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Plows his way ahead. They get him on the ground, but he's got enough to give Temple the first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
They'll ride the hot hand.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Quick give. It's Morrow. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw. It's Boykin. Under pressure. Finds a man in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Caught. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Hits inside. It's Morrow. Taken down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll run it. See some running room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. They're going to ride this running back. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. Ground game really important. Let's take a look at how these running backs have fared through 1 quarter of play. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. It's a running touchdown, Minutemen. Oh! End zone, and this crowd was eating it up. That's the first score of the day for the nation's leader in receiving touchdowns.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Snags a quick pass on the left. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
On play action. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Drops back. It's Boykin. Keeping his eyes downfield. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Temple lining up to punt it away. On his way back from the 20. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Snaps it. They'll throw to start the drive. Out wide right, it's Hill. At the 35, he's open. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. UMass, after that last big completion, trying to build momentum. Caught behind the line. It's Hill.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Can't get him to the ground. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. UMass lines up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Second and goal for this offense. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Scooped and scored. Touchdown, Temple!
And how about the defense just straight flipping the script? They got a goal-to-go situation, just trying not to give up a touchdown. You want to give up a field goal, not only do they make a big play, they scoop up the fumble, they take it all the way to the house, and they get a touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Minutemen offense taking the field, looking primed and ready to roll. Fresh set of downs going up top. Oh, pressure's coming. Setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. They try to pop a run on the draw. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
trying to make magic on the scramble. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it to the back on the draw. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's changing the play. 2nd down to the air. Rushes on. Intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. To throw, it's Boykin. Right side, it's Morrill. Snags it, and there's running room. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it in his belly. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Just feeds the running back. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. 3rd down coming, but we'll have to wait just a second. Offense wants to think things over. They call a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. On the option. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Temple hoping to convert on 4th down. They'll send the back in motion. Needs it here on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those. When you can get it.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
UMass to the line, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Bohannon. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wants to throw one first. And the defense. Got him at the 27. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Flips it out to the back. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up, way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for third down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Trying to burn this defensive back. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. UMass will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Sets his feet, it's Boykin. Got his man. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
I love it. I'm never of the mindset, take a knee, go to the half, whatever, man. If I can try to find an opportunity to put some points on the board, I'm going to try to do it. I like the offense chucked it up, but...
He wants to go deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Temple will try to boot this one deep to get the second half underway. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. UMass ready to get things started as the offense takes the field. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Boy, the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Keeps it on first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Second down, gonna throw it. Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it inside the 30. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. They're working that left side. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Second and long here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. From the gun, it's Morrill. Powers through the defender. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They'll need a bunch on second down. Right back to it. Breaks into the open. Crosses midfield. The 30. At the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Owls.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The UMass offense returns to the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Drops back on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Making the adjustment. And back to the air on second down. Looking for a huge play. And here's the third interception of the night. Down to the 48-yard line as he takes it away and takes it back to set up his offense. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And they swarm him under.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Straight ahead, it's Morrow. Sweet cut there. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys' athletic ability, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have ran through that hole. I mean, that was unbelievable job by the offensive line, paving the way. He's getting to the second level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for a long game.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Open space at the 25. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Owls! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Stepping to the right, gets rid of it. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And, man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
UMass quickly back to the line.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally, 2 guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Just had to get rid of it.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his 2nd PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
This time he's got it. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Minutemen! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As an offense, you've got the lead, you've had success running the football. You hope that this play is just the blip because you know you're going to have to lean on your bell cow running back to ice this game and close it out.
We've come to the end of the period, and Temple is holding the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Finds his man on the RPO. Could not make his way to the corner. Temple lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Slips through the line. Can they catch him? Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Minutemen sideline, I can see developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. It's a draw. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. Fresh center downs going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Trying to find the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. UMass quickly back to the line. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, UMass.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
He'll bring it out. It's Bartlett. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Temple offense heads out to start this drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. The ride. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get Hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. They want that clock to run. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
The run inside. It's Morrill. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. Temple lining up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Fields the punt. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Minuteman offense taking the field, looking primed and ready to roll. Right side, it's Bohannon. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Ball down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Working the middle, it's complete. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Unloads to the wideout. Left side, it's Bohannon. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. UMass with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last completion. From the red zone, it's Hill. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And this is one of those plays late in the game. If it works, everybody's jacked, but if it doesn't, everybody's complaining. You run that draw play, you're down, you need a big play, and you only get a handful of yards. This offense has got to go and got to go now.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass.
This game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield, it's Boykin. Look out! Pressure's there and he lets it go.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals.
He'll take a deep shot here. Got it down the field. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. It's one thing to execute early in